Right, so game 3, the deciding match for the winners bracket finals. This is exactly what we want to see. Maybe not on Habitation Station, but fine. Yeah, so I want to correct myself. The Mutalisks, they were an odd call to do. He was going to do them anyway, that's how the build worked, but the Thors and the Vikings were already there, that I counted, but... the Thors and the Vikings, I was right, but they're not very mobile. The thing is, Thermal... Oh yeah, by the way, these are the players. Okay, good, fantastic. Thermal didn't have any turrets up in his base because he didn't expect the Mutalisks either. I completely missed the Spire going up. I was completely focusing on the fact that it was Banelings and Zerglings, and I thought he was just going to push with those. I wish what he did, he completely wiped down that third base in terms of SCVs, already crippling Thermal, but then yeah, the Mutalisks came suddenly and no turrets there to stop them to completely rampage, which you think would be the case, because Mutalisks are such glass cannons, if one mistake and they're all done. That's what happened in the last game. They was just overwhelmed by the Marines and by the Thors in the first game, I mean. So, yeah. Thermal also not going for the Marines, just going straight up mech. I don't know. Maybe because of the positions, maybe it was too hard to actually keep reinforcing his units and build up. We'll see what happens here. I mean, yeah, we've got the barracks going up. We've got again the Reaper commit here. We've got hatches and no pool yet though. We have gas before pool. We are probably going to see it right about now. There we go. But yeah, so standard build opening. Nothing special to see just yet. But there's the first Reaper. To take a look-see, Thermal did well in the early harassment, and I thought that maybe he went for the Cloak and the Banshees, only made 2, and then switched immediately into Thors, which I think was... he skipped a step, I think. I mean, yeah, sure, you can do that, but in terms of how the game was going, they would just... he should have had another batch of Hellions. One more round of Hellions to deal with the Zerglings on the field, and he would have been fine. He is going to go for the expansion under the pressure of the Reaper here. We're going to see metabolic boost. We've got 2 queens building, so exactly the same as last game. And boom, there's the boosts. Reaper's going to come in. There's no drones here to pick off yet, so he has to go into the main. But the Zerglings are just going to be in the nick of time. I mean, Reaper's not going to do anything really. Just going to wait. He knows the Zerglings are up there. Needs to wait for his little buddy. Zerglings can't go down either because they'll just get kited and shot to pieces. There you go. We've got the queen now. Fall back a bit. Queen's the intended target. There's a couple of drones here already as well. Might be picked off. Metabolic boost halfway. So again, no gas. Reaper's coming in, but there's 2 queens here now, so it's gonna be quite difficult to do anything, and even the Zerglings are here as well. So this is not gonna be good. There's not gonna be much done with these. And he can't get into the main because of how the maps works, of course. He needs to go through this ramp. Maybe he should have pushed just for the main and tried to get a couple of drones, but regardless, he has got map control with these. That's always nice. He is gonna go straight for those Hellions again. And there you go. Third command center. That's interesting. I'm gonna put the production on. There you go. Speed's gonna force these guys to leave or even die. Yes, yes. Yep. Gonna kill that one off. The other one gets away. Meantime, we have that third also, but this is interesting. So Hellion pressure and then hopefully doing enough damage to keep him at bay while the third goes up. Thinking maybe he's gonna try the mech again, and but this time with more production, and hopefully with the map distance it's gonna be enough to reinforce like he did before in the game 1. That third is up, so slowly expanding. Here's the Hellions. There's 6 of them now. Boom. And lifting off. Oh. Couple of Marines to take out that Overlords. Barracks. So no, we won't see mech. We have that third orbital producing more SCVs. We have yeah, some more barracks going down, so no mech at all. This is going to be a feint with these Hellions and then straight back into Marines. The evolution chamber and the spine crawler there, so they are expected. There's a lot of tumors going down. Oh no, and they're gonna get caught off. They're gonna get caught. Oh, well, some of them are. Not that big of a deal. The Hellions aren't gonna get in here, so they're not gonna get the harassment they want. And the drones are gonna wisely retreat. The Queens already have control over this, though. Creep spreads allows them to move around. So the Hellions aren't going to be as successful as he would have hoped. The spine crawler there being dangerous in the middle as well. Probably going to put down another one here, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of flanking going on. But alright, so we do have Marines. And do we see the end? Yeah, we've got 2 E-bays just to catch up with... oh, sorry, knocked me mic there. And barracks, barracks, barracks. Barracks everywhere. And even a starport for the Minivex. Okay. Some more creep tumors being denied. But that's all he's doing here. Too many queens. Meantime, what is little Zergy doing? He's going for another hatchery, but right now he hasn't really committed to tech. He's going to... there we go. We've got the Baneling there, so I think he's just going to go back to the Mutalisks. But he's not really going for a lot of Zerglings here to deal with this, but he doesn't need to. He's nice and snugly caught here. So be careful with this base, though. That's not going to be a problem, I think, denying this. Not even going to get a drone out of this. Maybe one? No. Going to retreat the little sneaky path. And will miss, of course, the fact that there's another base going down there. Oh, that's where the orbital command went. Oh, he's actually using a mule. That's a waste. We do have some lings going out. They are going to scout this. Another bit of a scouting going on. The Marines trying to catch up. So the gig is up. He knows it's going to be mech. Bio. Actually, he is going to get a single SCV there, but Jesus, this production there with the gold, this is now an immediate target. This gold is an immediate target. It needs to die. This is what needs to happen. There's a drop here in the main, actually. They saw that with the Overlord. There's too many lings. Just too many. It's gonna go back for it, though. We've seen this before. Unrelenting with these drops, and the lings are actually back again, because guess what? The Hellions went for an attack at the base here, and then there's the drop. So that's a beautiful combined. Oh, the Banelings did not get. I think they might have gotten two Marines, but that was a beautiful pronged attack here, bringing the Harvesters still, you know, in favor of the of Zerg. And they have an easier time replacing them as well. All right, so let's look at the production again. 44 lings. That is exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be pure ling. Pains and lings, but he needs to still be careful for these dropships. But they're waiting. The Spire's there as well, but it's going to be a lot of lings. The drop is there. It is not going to be successful. Well, with the Medivacs, they're still killing a lot more than I would expect. There you go, and then in the meantime there's the main army in the front there as well. But again, so many lings. And they are 1-1. Yes, they are. Too many. Picking up nicely, but he's just lucky that the Banelings weren't there yet. This is gonna get hectic in a minute. The gold base needs to go down, otherwise these Marines will never stop coming. And there they go. The Mutalisks in tow. There's quite a few of these Mutalisks, but again, glass cannons, very dangerous to really commit to those. A lot more Banelings, but again, this is going to be the same situation as before. Already that gold base is fully operational. There's so much production here. It's just going to be hard. He needs to get a Baneling right in this middle. That's what he needs to just have the momentary advantage. He can't commit before these Banelings are done. And they've been spotted. And there's a couple of Hellbats mixed in as well. That's going to be enough to just deal a lot of damage against these Lings. Because now the Banes are one-shot units. It's all about the positioning. In the meantime, we've got the Mutas trying to go for the gold here. But they need to rejoin. Oh, look at the spread here. This base is not going to be allowed to be operated. He's sending the Hellbats in first. Here come the Mutalisks, going straight for the Medivacs, but taking a lot of losses doing so. They're on the front lines. Here comes the attack! Oh, not enough spread. This is gonna get cleaned up. Now he's trying to spread it, but there's still so many Banelings here around. Oh, this is completely cleaned up. But the Mutalisks are almost all gone as well. This is gonna be a break even for both armies, I think. And I don't know whose production is stronger at this point. The Hellbats are still there, taking a lot more casualties than they should. They're just murdering Lings left and right. And look at that, still a small force. Production's still up. There's only 18 Lings and 6 Mutalisks, 6 Banelings. That's compared to the 12 Marines building, 2 Medivacs, 2 Hellbats. It's not going to be enough. He's going to lose this. He's going to lose this base. There's so little remaining, but they keep streaming in. And there you go, he actually GG's. The same thing. The production of Terran outproduced Zerg. The first burst. Those Banelings, they cost too much. That's the problem. Look, Jona actually GG'd out with 800 minerals in the bank because he just ran out of lava. He ran out of production. He had 2 hatcheries in the main. Another main here, queens, you know, producing whatever they want, but he ran out. He couldn't because Lings are so lava intensive. I don't know. The Banes are an expensive solution for AoE, especially against Marines. You want to have something else on top of that. You want to have some you want to spend your gas, because this is a problem. You've got the Mutalisks, and Banelings are small investments of gas. 25 a pop. They're expensive on the long run, but they can be combined with these Mutalisks a little bit more because you get the 25 sooner than the 100 or the 150 you need for maybe some other caster unit. But yeah, well played. uThermal goes through to the grand final. Jona has got his chance in the losers brackets. Maybe we'll see these two play again. And yeah, Terran production underestimated. Look, he's just building it in the middle, in the midfield. Just keep pushing these. Amazing. GG's.